What's the second button? There is no second pass.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, guys? The CEO of Chaos, the CEO of the Committee of Chaos, to the Committee of Chaos, and the Chaos Club, Crypto Otaku, bringing you, of course, the crypto chaos and the news every single day. Of course, looking at the market update, Trump is speaking right now as I am talking. This is why I'm jumping in a little early today. Let's see if we can get back over there real quick. Let's see what Mr. Trump is saying. Orange man, good, of course, for Orange coin. Let's see.
End up with a lot of good deals.
Deals are coming, guys. Deals. We got deals. We got deals. We got deals.
But we're going to try and get out of war so that we can save 5,000 people a week. And that's what my aim is. I want to save 5,000 young men. They happen to be mostly Ukrainian, Russian. 5,000 young Ukrainian and Russian men. And that's a big honor if I can do it. I think we're pretty close.
Answer the questions. Answer the questions.
Deadline. I just want to do it as fast as possible. What?
12 states have sued over your tariff plan. What do you say to those who voted for you?
I think the tariff plan is doing very well. We're resetting the table. We're going to make our country very rich. Very, very rich. It's already happening.
We're going to be rich, guys. We're going to be rich. Yeah, I got a single dollar.
That was playback of President Donald Trump speaking to reporters moments ago. Let's bring back in Rob Arnott. So, Rob, we play this because this is what markets are moving on, trying to basically divine what is going to happen with our trade relationships with the rest of the world. And
All right, we'll get back to the talking heads here in a minute. How are you guys feeling? 94,500. We actually touched $95,000. I didn't think it was going to happen last night. Of course, looking at a baseline / bearish target last night. That's what I was feeling anyway. Of course, we always draw every option on the map anyway. Actually played into our bullish target from last night. Bullish, guys. Super bullish. Wow, we can actually mimic this all the way up if we want to break out today with some good news, with trade. Possibly. I guess the talks are right now that China has came out. Let's see if I can find that in the news today. We can go over that. But China has come out and said that they want to talk to America, but they do not want to talk with Trump. Here we go. Trump asserts trade talks with China are underway after Beijing denies any ongoing negotiations. This came out, of course, yesterday. That's old. So it does not look like they're covering that just quite yet, but that seems to be the idea, is that China wants to talk. They're willing to talk. They just don't want to deal with Trump. All right. But yeah, let me know in the chat how you guys are feeling. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Milk Money in the chat. How's it going? Good morning, Chaos Club. Happy Friday. Coffee is brewing. Yes, the coffee is brewing, guys. What's going on with my hair? Crazy. Oh, it's chaos. Yo, good morning, Crypto Jared. How's it going, Jared? How's it going? It's been a minute, Jared. What's up? How many push-ups do you owe me now? Jim, speaking of been a minute, Jim, my alpha dude. How's it going, Jim, in the chat? Yeah, good morning, Otaku. Crypto JPEG. I'm late. What did I miss? Oh, you're not late. You haven't missed nothing quite yet. Will, what's going on, Otaku? Good vibes today. Good vibes today. Yes, it's looking like a good day. Is brewing. We've got still 6 minutes till the market open. Bringing you, of course, the market open every single morning now here in the United States. Everyone is still expecting a pullback, but we'll see. Might just send news. Send it. Right? News can always change that, though. Yes, my boy Jim. Yes. Gamma Goddess in the chat as well. Good Grand Rising Otaku. Coffee and crypto fam. Yes. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's go Bitcoin and crypto assets, right? Crypto assets. Let's take a look at right now crypto bubbles. See what's going on with our space right now. Everything's still looking good on the day. BSV, look at that. BSV's up 30%. Wow. If you guys are familiar with BSV, of course, Satoshi Vision. Yeah, another, Bitcoin play. I guess you could say another Bitcoin play. Jasmine up 10% almost on the day. Japan wanting to pump our bags further with the port, of course, one of the greatest coins out there, guys. Jasmine, the Bitcoin of Japan. Why do they call it the Bitcoin of Japan? Because it still fights for our freedom via data democracy. That's what I say anyway. Sui's up 20% on, of course, on the back of the rumors of Pokemon possibly being developed on that blockchain. Almost up to $4. Crazy stuff, guys, are happening right now. Ondo's up 12%, 13%. Yeah, we're getting this day started on the right foot. All right, let's get back to the chat real quick and finish that up, and we'll dive into some more talking heads. See what they're talking about tonight, this morning. What up, everyone? Moto J, what up? I'm feeling one last pullback coming around the 27th. You know what? I have to tell you guys, today is the last Friday of the month. It's kind of weird. It is the last Friday of the month. Options expire today, so anything is possible. I am expecting probably a little bit of a shakeup, but again, we've already kind of seen the bottom of our market within the last 5 days. So I don't know if there's really much left to shake out. We'll see what happens this morning. We'll probably see a little bit of a pullback, right? As we do kind of sell off a little bit of this. I mean, we did just pump like $10,000 in like, 2 days, right? 3 days. So there is a lot of room for the downside. 87K is going to be looking at, of course, our large support level, as it took a long time to break back up. And we've got a lot of history in this range. So I'm looking at that as possibly our last line of defense. Although we're holding on to this $92,000 Bitcoin pretty strong. The bulls are really holding that up as a new level of support. Of course, going back to if I can find the damn thing. There we go. Kimba, the White Snow Lion, bringing you the live heat map on YouTube. Don't pay for something you get for free.
What are you, stupid?
Don't do it. Save your money for a rainy day. And a DCA into one of your favorite projects. Right now, it looks like we are pulling back to about the 94K level as the market's getting ready to move into open at 3 minutes from now. We are range bound between about 91K. That's where they're setting up their big line in the sand there. And very loosely, where we are right now on the top range is looking at about 95 to about 97K. Above there, there's not much really to hold us back. So that's what we're looking at this morning. And let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let's see what the talking heads are talking about right before the open. If I can pull it up on my screen. Can I really not get this? Jeez. Too many screens. Too many damn screens. Here we go. Let's see.
And upgrading our quality standards so that we can adhere to the US.
Too many damn screens.
Going even to the West, which is a fundamental shift in our strategy, you know, from back in the day when my father started the business where we were predominantly in India and the developing
India-centric, now you're more global.
Yes.
So you're about 8,000 strong in this facility?
Nothing really fun there. They're talking about pharmaceutical drugs in India. Looks like 2 minutes till market open, or less than 2 minutes. See if anything's breaking while they're going into like some weird pharmaceutical segment in India. All right. Let's see. Check out Fox Business. Any headlines here? Not really. Not really. Dow Jones is down 133. Nasdaq's down 39. S&P's down 5. Is that on the week or is that on the day? I don't know. That's not my jam. Let's take a look at real quick. Crypto Fear and Greed Index sitting currently at 60 in greed. We were actually at 70 just a couple days ago. And then stocks Fear and Greed before the market opened, sitting in. Oh, what is going on with this dark BS? Okay, 33. I don't know what's going on. There we go. 33 in fear. Just above extreme fear. Still there isn't really anything going on that's positive, a positive spin for the market. We do still have, what is it? Why is this stuck? All these things going on today. That's weird. Oh, because Bloomberg's still full. Gotcha. And something else behind that too. I got so much going on, guys. Okay, there we go. Let's get back. Our market open.
More than 300 points to the S&P 500. Maybe today is time for a breather. You can see the S&P 500 is unchanged even after good earnings from Google. In fact, most of the earnings that we've seen yesterday and this morning have beaten, certainly on the EPS, on the bottom line, if not on sales. Okay, we're flipping up to slightly positive there, but this is still futures. Let's take a look at the bell. First of all, it's the Arbor Day Foundation ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh, good
which
for
is
them.
great because the whole thing started around a buttonwood tree in 1792, right? So going back to their roots, so to speak, no pun intended. Down at the NASDAQ, you have Merex ringing the opening bell. Their stock has more than doubled over the past 5 years, so they have good reason to be happy. And maybe everyone's psyched because the swag breadth thrust indicator has been triggered, Katie, and 19 out of 19 times since 1943. That means gains 6 to 12 months out.
I don't care about the history of all these companies I've never heard of. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. 94.4, bouncing just a little bit. Still at the open bell. We got to get back above 94.5, or we are going to be retesting 93.5. So getting in these ranges right here, kind of just still range bound in the morning. Again, typically Fridays are really lackluster and boring, but we've been held back so much this week. I would not be surprised we get a little bit more room to the upside. Again, continuing this bullish trend. Again, it is very, very well, very well extended. I think at some point we do have to come down. We don't always go up forever. But yeah, well, of course, we're watching this into the day. All right, let's see. What else are they talking about now? Intel.
Back with Research Affiliates chairman and founder Rob Arnott. And Rob, I'm so fascinated by the not just the value play that you recommend, but also the small cap value.
Damn,
and I wonder,
S&P is
because I
heading
think
back to
that small
55.
caps is not profitable. I mean, a huge part, right, of the Russell 2000 is not profitable. And I guess you have to be a value stock, you have to have an E.
All right. I'm talking about the Russell. Okay. Right now, we are getting a little bit of a flash crash. Back down to 93.9, almost 94K. Can we hold? Can we hodl? Hold the line. 94.1 here on TradingView. At least this is against the US dollar on Coinbase, so still a little high on Coinbase. That's fine. We'll see if it'll hold. Let's see what other coins too. Some of our other darlings on the in the channel. We got Jasmine holding on to 174, coming back to retrace the ranges we were looking at. Probably close to like last night. I mean, we saw this pretty much the same thing right here last night. Yeah, 8 p.m. when we started the live stream last night. So really kind of just retracing all its gains from, I don't know, the last few hours. So still some bullishness in Jasmine, hopefully here soon. XCN, look at this, guys. It's still above 2 cents. This looks explosive. The last time, again, we created this pattern. I had to point out last time we were talking about this yesterday. Was back in these ranges here, which blew us up like crazy when we got super tight in this range. And we get the same sort of lightning out of XCN and send us higher to roughly 5.5 cents. And hopefully another leg up right after that at about 8. It's going to be crazy. Explosive, guys. Amazing. Swift coin, looking around the same sort of thing too. Again, creating the same sort of pattern it did back in the past. Although we did get some more like sideways action out of this one before exploding, you know, I'm just saying, same patterns are playing out again and again. ZBCN, yeah, just kind of chilling down here, still at 3 zeros, guys, 3 zeros, anything on this project. It's freaking amazing. Still my #1 DCA bag right now, because of course its price is hugely on sale. For what's potential out of this project. Of course, bringing you payments like you wouldn't believe. Instant settlements within the minutes, the hour. I mean, it really depends on the employer. But yeah, it looks like 309 right now. Could get back to that 201 really soon, really quickly. As we did touch that just yesterday and the day before and the day before that. So, yeah, moving in the right direction. And then Miria. It's been a while since we talked about Miria. Of course, these are, of course, my favorite bags. I'm shilling my bags, guys. Just letting you know, this is what I hold. 308 as well for Miria. Get a gaming play, possibly a good one. Very high risk, in my opinion. Don't risk any more than you're willing to lose. Oh, man. You're gonna lose so much money, or you're gonna make so much money. Yeah, trading around these ranges, coming up out of this hole. Of course, every single chart is seen. Every single chart is seen. So hopefully we'll get this. Again, going forward with every single token. Everything is coming out of the gutter. All right, back to Bitcoin. Still hanging on to 94.5. And there, of course, the crypto magic playing into play from last night. It's funny. I love it. I just automatically threw that up there. All right. Okay, getting back to the 15-minute. Let's take a look at the chat real quick, and then we're going to dive into some more news, see what's breaking today. Okay. Yo, Danny. How's it going? Super Danny. One of the main reasons I call you Super Danny, too, is all because you're also Super Saiyan, but also Danny. There's a product line out of China called Super Danny, and they make, like, the coolest freaking... multi adapters and plugs and like surge protectors. They have a surge protector that has like 100 freaking outlets on it, and it's called Super Danny. It's ridiculous. I love it. Anyway, the product called Super Danny. How can you lose? It's ridiculous. Yo, my boy, Yo Mars in the house. How's it going, Yo? Good morning, everyone. A Guy also made it. Yeah, that's right. Jim Deringer says, very mixed open and pre-market. Weird Friday. Yeah, Fridays are always really weird. Money going into IWM means money going into altcoins. Good signs. 100% there, Jim. Correlated small cap indicator in the stock market. Russell usually leads altcoins. And Danny, yes, of course, Danny, yo. Hey, Jim, A-Guy, Gamma. Everyone in the chat, welcome to the chaos in the morning. Hope you guys got your coffee. Oh, man. Happy Friday. Guys, it's Friday. TGIF. Happy Friday. Good morning, fam. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Of course, bringing in the rocket ships. Yes. Hey, Strawberry. Okay. We are caught up, and it looks like Bitcoin does not want to give up that 94.5. It's still fighting there. The bulls are fighting, and this wick got eaten up pretty quick when we hit 94. That is a very bullish sign, guys. We could probably do this a couple times before the bulls get exhausted. We'll see. We'll see if we get tighter in these ranges and blow up. Again, today is the last Friday of the month, which means options expire for Bitcoin, and we've already sold off enough. In my opinion, I feel like we are ready to liquidate the F out of everyone. This is usually how it goes, and I don't think there's any liquidations really left because we already blew through 92. We liquidated the F out of everyone there. We already, of course, are in 94. We, of course, wrecked everyone there as well. There isn't... who the hell is going to get wrecked from here? Anyone who's shorting Bitcoin right now, I guess, at the present moment. Guys, okay, if you're playing those games, make sure that you are playing with appropriate amount of leverage with a stop loss. All right. Anyway, it's not for me, guys. But, of course, the crypto magic's still in play. Could we actually run this all the way up to our super bullish target? That would be amazing. 97K, hitting that wall of 97K. That would be incredible. But only time will tell if the crypto magic, the crypto chaos magic is correct. And again, you don't need to be hodling. You don't need to be catching no knives if you're hodling, guys. That's why we put the hodl on the knife. You just hold the knife. You don't need to catch the knife, right? That's right. Okay, moving on. Let's see what else is going on with the news and the talking heads on Bloomberg.
Ceases to work because the borrowing costs are going to skyrocket.
Correct. There's another fascinating nuance of triple leveraged ETFs, and that is if the market goes up, they have to buy in huge in huge quantity, the asset that they are shorting or going long leverage. And the reason behind that is if you're triple leveraged long and it's up, you're now under levered and you have to buy more. If you're triple leveraged short, you're now over levered.
Okay. We'll take a page out of that old man's. Anyway, stocks are a little changed after a 3-day winning streak as trade worries linger. Live updates. This is, of course, the most breaking news they have on CNBC right now. Stocks were a little changed on Friday following a 3-day winning streak on Wall Street as investors weigh earnings from the major tech companies and lingering trade fears. The Dow Jones industrial average skipped 65 points, or 0.2%, and the S&P 500 NASDAQ composite hovering below flatline. Alphabet jumped 3% after Google parent Magnificent Seven name reported a beat on the bottom line for the first quarter. By the contrast, Intel fell 7%, offering disappointing guidance. Also, too, Alphabet, Google also has some sort of lawsuit going on right now because they're holding too many monopolies. I think they're finally going to maybe shake the search engine monopoly, as well as possibly having to sell off YouTube, the platform we're streaming on right now. We'll see if we can, keep up with that as as more information comes out. Those news breaking, whatever. Anyway, the president said he would consider it a total victory in the United States. Oh my God! Stupid. Thank you, Oscar. The president said, the U.S. has higher tariffs of 20%, 50% on foreign countries as a year from now. Trump also denied raising the yields, forced his hand in granting a 90-day pause in most higher tariff rates. We still are very, unsure where the trade's going to head. The bond market has getting the yips, and I wasn't, said Trump in an interview on Tuesday that was published Friday. The market, the moves come out of the solid weekly performance for the market. S&P 500 and NASDAQ are up 3.58%, 5.4% on the week, respectively. Dow has climbed 2%, but stocks have been in wide range, trading range, following the initial shock of President Trump's reciprocal tariffs announcement on April 2nd. Yeah, just going back into, of course, recapping old history stuff. Followed the White House earlier this week in case, same sense on Chinese tariffs, which currently sits at a total of 145% on imports for the country. On Tuesday, Trump said that the tariff rate will come down substantially, but it won't be zero. All right, so we still don't have any real news. Again, Trump just kind of playing with the market, lingering. It's all above our heads, right? We don't know what the hell is going on. I honestly think he's just playing this out because earnings are this week. He doesn't want to completely crash the market towards the end of earnings. So I think maybe we're going to swing a little bit more into chaos next week. That's just how I feel about what's going on right now, especially the reaction of China. Like, they're not talking to China. China called them out on that yesterday. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, let's see what else. It looks like Bloomberg's still farting around over there. Let's see if anyone else is looking up anything in our space, or posting anything in our space right now. Breaking news out of crypto. It's still early in the day, though. Yesterday was explosive, man. Yeah, I couldn't believe all the news we had yesterday. It was crazy. Absolutely insane. Let's take a look at cryptonews.net. Sui token surges 62% amid the Pokemon collaboration rumors. Again, we keep talking about this one. I made a big video about it yesterday, going into some of the breakdowns that Paul Barron did yesterday as well. Russian crypto exchange Moscow raided amid cash to crypto. We got some FUD articles. We got some Hopium articles. The same sort of thing every day. Similar Scientific pushes Bitcoin stack over 3,300 worth with a $10 million buy. That's big, man. Their stack is getting close to Metaplanet's now. Metaplanet's sitting at 5,000 Bitcoin, with Similar Scientific just behind them at 3,300. There isn't enough Bitcoin, guys. I keep saying this. Better get an allocation right now if you can, right? Or at least maybe plan on getting an allocation with your gains from this cycle, because we're running out. We're running out, as Fidelity just made that very clear yesterday as well. We covered that too. Dogecoin breakout rally hits 18 cents. It's 25 cent next amid rising long positions. I did have to talk about this one too, because I think last cycle it didn't hit 100 billion. In market cap, did it? We can go back and look at it. It's been a while since we talked about Doge, and I talked about it in one of our. I was drunk that night. We had a live session. One of these, I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday coin market cap. I can't even type today. So we had a live session on Wednesday, and we were talking a little bit about Doge and how it played out last cycle, and how we have so many more memes this time, guys. There's so many more memes. We went from like 4 solid memes last cycle to like 4 million memes this cycle. Not even lying, guys. There's more than 4 million memes. If you go to pump.fun, you look at how many coins, how many coins currently, because they're creating like 100,000 a day or some ridiculous thing. How many coins on pump.fun? 6 million. There's currently 6 million meme coins over at pump.fun. Guess what? 6 million more than we had in 2021. I'm not saying that all those are ever going to make their way out of pump.fun. But of course, that's where most of them begin now these days. Of course, that's why we got cock in you, we got dog in you, we got all these ridiculous dog related coins. If you can't even say those are even dog related anymore. Okay, so anyway, what I was getting at was basically Doge, right? So Doge had a market cap of, let's see, I'll go back. Oh my God, it's too many damn coins. There we go, Doge. And we just go back here to look at the market, the chart. All right, market cap for Doge back in 2021. There we go. Okay, so it had a market cap of, I'm pretty sure it hit about 80 billion. I'm pretty sure it did. I just can't touch the top. There it is there. 70 billion. 70 billion for Doge back in 2021. The reason why I'm showing you this is because right now, Doge has a $60 billion market cap, or had one, at the last peak we had back in December. Again, because now all the token supply has pretty much been allocated since the last 4 years, there is going to require a lot more money to get the same price out of Doge than we did last time. And now that there's more Doge coins, dog coins, meme coins, whatever, right? There's so many damn tokens out there it has to, of course, compete with. And now Doge and Elon off of the, Elon off the board of Doge or whatever, and that entire narrative kind of slowing down. I mean, I still expect Doge to probably hit $1 this cycle. I just don't think it's going to hit that. Well, we were looking at like some crazy number, like $10 or $100. If it does an ETF, it's going to get wild. But I think, of course, it's going to bring less money into it this time, just because there are more meme coins this time. And competing ones, too, big ones, like Pepe. We didn't have Pepe in 2021. We didn't have Shiba Inu. I think that launched towards the end of 21. It wasn't like it might have been in the middle of it. I don't know. I think Shiba might have been there. But everything else pretty much wasn't there, from my memory anyway. So I just wanted to, again, give you guys another history lesson. And just a quick little tutorial on market cap. Again, total supply, total amount of tokens matters when looking back in these charts. And of course, the allocation to where it is now. All right, let's get back into the talking heads. Are they talking about anything interesting? Anything? And then we'll take a look at the back of the chat, too.
About U.S. earnings, worries about the dollar, and
diversification. Let's go!
Gold and cash. So I think consensus has really swung to that direction. So it's important to keep in mind, even some of our dollar charts are indicating positioning in the yen has reached pretty extreme levels. So I think you could expect a bounce back, especially if there is some positive announcement. But I think over the longer term, I would question the margin sustainability in the market, because a lot of that margin improvement that has happened in the US markets has been on account of globalization, which is now turning. So I would be worried from a longer term perspective on where those earnings are and what market multiples are assigned to that earnings. So I think longer term, there is still some room to expect more correction.
Are we at the point yet, Jitanya, where everything we've learned about finance, economics, and markets is now meaningless? Like, is this an sea change in global trade?
Yes, it is.
Will the dollar remain the world reserve currency? Do you still buy treasuries in times of fear?
Yeah, I think there's one thing where there's a sea change. The dollar, which is the reserve currency of the world, gives it distinct advantages. But with those advantages, it gives it a responsibility to act and preserve economic resilience and trust in the international community. And that is being questioned with the interference in central bank, with the interference in institutions, and that's what the US
Bitcoin just hit 94.6. We're going.
is working, right? Fiscal monetary policy in the US is constrained, and that's going to also have an impact on growth. Fiscal and monetary policy in the rest of the world is much better, and that's why the markets are pricing in better outcomes in other pockets of the world. So I think it can...
Also, don't forget what Jerome Powell said.
The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future generations.
Something that is important to keep in mind, because it's reflecting in the term premium in treasuries. So we are watching that. My hope is that, we've reached like the peak fear situation, but something to really keep a close eye on.
We have 30 seconds left, but that's a really big point, so I want to just meditate on it for a minute.
What do we got?
Yeah, you said you're keeping an eye on it. The
we got something breaking
as the reserve currency.
What are you going to roll out with?
Can you invest in that yet?
I think diversification, you cannot get out of the dollar because it's still a large part of the financial system.
Oh, you can get out of the dollar.
In terms of
you can get out of the dollar. Of course you can get out of the dollar. You can go right to Bitcoin, my girl. You can go right to Bitcoin. You'll be fine. I guarantee you'll be okay if you hold it for 4 years. Oh, jeez. I just love the philosophy around this.
ECB cut, India cut, Philippines cut. That's one. And I think the currency valuations For the rest of the world, it's very heterogeneous, so you really have to be active, can be a very strong component of total returns for international markets. I've always said currencies can contribute to a third of returns.
Right.
And that's an important tailwind for international.
All right, Jatanya, have to leave it there. Hope to have you back soon. That is Morgan Stanley
All
Investment Management's Jatanya Kandari on a potential sea change. Now, coming up, we'll dig into those Alphabet results a little bit more.
All right, they're going to go back to Google. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for a little bit. Let's check back in the chat. And, yeah, how you guys feeling today, man? Bitcoin's still fighting around 94.6. 94.6. Oh, not on this chart. on the board behind me, though. On the board behind me, I got 94.6 there. Oh, you can't even see it because it's too blurry. It's, dang it. Oh, well. I tried. All right. So getting back to the chat real quick. Let's see. Where are we at? Liquidation time. Yes. Yes. Super Danny. Yes. Let's go. Let's liquidate the hell out of the rest of the market. That's why I don't think it's going to come down too much. But we are going to probably see a little bit of a pullback at some point, right? At some point. Can we look at the Swift coin chart when you get a chance, Otaku? Yeah, I can go back to the Swift coin chart for a minute. Yo Otaku, how's it going? The unknown. Back to the unknown. Thanks, Jim. Happy Friday. Yes, of course, Joel and Jim out for all his alpha helps on the show. Let's see, lots of talk about war. India, Pakistan are fighting. Prices could plunge. Abdul Cindy, how's it going? How's it going, Abdul? Gamma Goddess, hey, Danny. Good morning. Yo, boy. My people, R.I.P. Benny. Yeah, Benny's done. He's still around. He's just, majorly burnt. Bitcoin is the only coin. Yeah, every time I go back to the bank and I'm just like, can I get this one back in my account? They're just like, what are you doing with your money, man? I just had a house fire. Again? Yeah. Anyway, Bitcoin is the only coin. Yes, the only coin that matters. But yeah, I mean, all the other ones are going to pump our bags, right? YFI to 90K. Top is in, calling it. YFI. We can look at YFI too. I'm not familiar with that particular project. Open Mic Friday. Yes, that's right, guys. Tonight we're having Open Mic Friday over at Crypto Futures. If you guys are part of that community, or if you're not part of that community, take a look down in the link below. Please subscribe this channel if you like what you're seeing today and all the content that I bring to you. But also, I like to have a lot of fun with Rob over in his stream as well. Great guy, one of my favorite Canadians on earth. All right. Bitcoin's still hovering around 94.4, 94.5 here against the dollar on Coinbase. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back into, what are we talking about? They're talking about probably just earnings. Yeah, they're talking about Alphabet. Yeah, they're talking about Google.
That's exactly what they showed last night. The search margins grew even though the top line didn't grow that much.
I really don't want to hear about earnings for Google. Let's take a look back and see if anything breaking news is coming out on any of the other news sites where we currently frequent. Let's see, CNBC, all the American stuff on our side. If I can find, where is it? There we go. Refresh this. Trump insists bond market tumult didn't influence tariff pause. I wasn't worried. I don't know when that came out, but we can take a look at that there. That came out today. President Trump denied that the aggressive bond market sell-off influenced his decision earlier this month to hold aggressive reciprocal tariffs against the U.S. trading partners. No, it wasn't for that reason, Trump told Time Magazine. I'm doing that until we come up with the numbers that I want to come up with. All right, so there's pretty much nothing out of this here either. There's CNBC.
In an interview published this hour, President Trump telling Time Magazine that he is still convinced tariffs are necessary. He said, quote, "The bond market was getting the yips, but I wasn't." And he said he would consider it a, quote, "total victory" if the U.S. still has tariffs as high as 50% on foreign imports a year from now. Now, on China, President Trump says that President Xi has called him and that his administration is in active talks with Beijing to strike a deal.
Not true.
So he expects to have a full slate of deals announced over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So he's now put a timeline on it. He says that he's in talks with China genuinely, but he also said that he wants tariffs and he would be fine, more than fine, with more than 50%. I would imagine, I don't know when this interview was conducted, but if this was yesterday, I mean, if we're in real time, I would think that would scare you.
Yeah,
I mean, I would think it would scare the market.
That's concerning because I would say most market participants you talk to say that they would understand 10% tariffs and be able to manage around that. Higher tariffs, particularly 50% higher, would be a really big deal. And I've been doing some reporting around the conversations that the big retailers have had with the president earlier this week, trying to figure out their concerns and what they're raising to the president on it. Look, one of the issues is if you keep the tariffs as is at 145% on China, that's going to mean very serious things. For a family that has a baby, you're required by law to go buy a baby seat, a car seat. Right now,
they're also going to give that $5,000 baby bonus to any new expecting mothers. I think that was just signed in. We do have Jasmine coming up now. Now back to about 10% on the day. We can get back to the charts real quick and take a look at Swift Coin for who wanted Swift Coin? Jesus. Oh yeah, I want to take a look at YFI too. For top is in. YFI. What in the world? 90K? I don't know what you're talking about, my guy. Top is in. Okay. Anyway, okay. So right now we're looking at 94K 400 for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Swiftcoin real quick. It's still chopping along here on a bullish trend. Not really coming back down. Not really exploding. Just kind of chilling. Trickling up. I mean, yeah. Again, I said this morning, and I pointed out. It's got the same pattern it had back in, or was it December? Yeah, December. Where we basically exploded right after the same sort of pattern, right? We basically got so tight in this channel that once the beginning of the year took place, which pretty much everyone just, moving around, consolidating their bags, taking tax loss harvesting towards the end of the year in December. Then once the beginning of the month showed itself, 2 weeks later, we exploded. You can even say that there's a bit of tight range down here, trickling upward as well. You could go back and say that's similar to what's playing out right now too. But yeah, we are probably going to see a little bit of a pullback at some point back down to retest this level here, be my guess. At 1.4, is that 2 zeros? 1 0. Okay, so we're still at 1.5 pennies, right? So going back to about 1.5 pennies, and a 1.5 penny, and then exploding up from there. A similar kind of trajectory, or it could just take off, right? It could just take off and then hit our current trend line target of 5.1 pennies. So yeah, that's kind of my my kind of move right now. We've been looking at this for a while, at least for a week, to play this out. And yeah, all we have to do from there is create another leg and then invalidate this entire trend line and break on out. As Sailor has said, all your models will be destroyed. At least with Bitcoin. Yeah, we're going to see the same sort of thing play out for a lot of these altcoins into this year. I can't wait. This is ridiculous here. Is that 10 cents? You never know, guys. See, this we got to hold on. We got to hold on and just wait for these legs to play out because everything is going to get explosive. Hopefully soon. All right, let's get back to the chat real quick. I don't even know if YFI is an acronym or an actual, is it slang? I don't know what that is. I don't think that's a token. But I can take a look real quick. YFI. US, yeah, it is a token. It's got a trading pair with Tether on Bitfinex. Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh my god, I can't, because I don't pay for this. I get it for free. Jeez.
You stupid.
Oh man. We can get rid of Turbo. Yeah, let's get rid of Turbo real quick, and we'll throw that in there. What is it? What was it again? YFI. Tether trading pair on Binance. Why not? Okay, YFI. $5. $5? $5,000. $5,000 for YFI. Now we really got to do some research into this project. What is going on with this thing? I'm curious now, man. What the hell? What kind of rabbit hole you sending me on? right today. Let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick and take a little bit of research turn into YFI. Yearn Finance. YFI number 239 by market cap. That's a huge price per token. Right now, only total supply right now is about 36,000. The total max supply is undetermined. So right now it looks like the total circulating supply is 33,000. It's a very small total supply out there for this project. So what you're talking about, a $90,000 YFI, possible if this has good tokenomics. We could take a look at the project real quick. Yearn Finance. Yearn Finance is an aggregator service for decentralized finance. How many times have I read that exact line right there? Finance for aggregator service for decentralized finance. DeFi investors using automation to allow them to maximize profits and yield farming. This goal is to simplify ever-expanding DeFi space for investors who are not technically minded or wish to interact with in less committal manner than serious traders. Launched in February 2020, the service, so it's already seen one bull run, formerly known as iEarn, has seen huge growth in recent months as new products debuted and developers released in-house token YFI. All right, so let's see what else we can unpack here. How many Yearn Finance coins are there in circulation? 30,000 tokens. So Yearn Finance in-house token has a fixed supply of 30,000 tokens, which you see that's not true. It's actually 6,000 over that. There was no premium among launch in 2020. Developers did not receive any starting funds. Okay, that's interesting. The total supply at launch was 0. Since then, the majority of the cap supply was entered in circulation. The success of the token is reflected its all-time high price of 41,000, which, you calling for a $90,000 Yearn is not unreasonable. That's just twice as much as it hit last time. Although the tokenomics were different when it launched in 2020. I'm telling you, the coins were not all allocated back then, I'm sure. YFI was one of the first cryptocurrencies to become worth more than Bitcoin per unit. Users of Yearn Finance through the providing liquidity, while token holders dictate the governance privileges. All right, so I don't know, guys. There's so many coins out there, you can't own them all. But this one, of course, has some legs, and it's got some decent, it's a decent project. You can, of course, find out more if you want to go to their website. If it actually shares a website, there it is. Their white paper is not shared directly on here, which is a little iffy for me, but I'm sure you can dig it up on their website, yearn.fi. Okay, so that is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? YFI. It's funny. All right, getting back into the chat real quick, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about that project. Obviously, I do not hold any of that particularly myself, but I am always open to new projects. There's so many, guys. There's over 6 million, as I showed you before, on pump.fun memes alone. How are you going to keep up with all the coins these days? That's ridiculous. Okay, moving on. All right, Open Mic Friday. I'm excited for Open Mic Friday. Yes, for sure. You don't know what's true, to be honest, says Ryan Miller. Orange Man and Yellow Man could have talked. Yeah, you never know. Cody Bakula says, bro, appreciate the Otaku mornings. Cracked my screen, smashing the like button. Heck yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cody. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, if you guys haven't clicked the like button down below, please hit the notification bell. Of course, I go live every single weekday, twice a day minimum. And, of course, have some fun shorts coming up, too. I'm trying to compete with, what's his name? British Hodl. Oh, man, I got some fun stuff coming up for, of course, you Otaku degens out there. Yearn was huge in 2021. Yeah, apparently. Apparently, as of the project stated that they hit a whole-time high, larger than the Bitcoin price at one point. That's insane. It topped 95,151. Top is in, says. And the CMC The coin market cap is just simply wrong in this post. I mean, it could be that they're looking at a different trading pair or a different exchange. You could look at CoinGecko too if you want to look at just one quick moment. And I'll pull that up real quick. CoinGecko. Let's see if we get a different. Come on. YFI. Yearn Finance. Okay, let's get back here to the max. That's still the max, yeah. That's still the max there. 22,000, 53,000. Is this really it? And this goes back to what date? January 2021. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what exchange had it listed and it popped off to those amounts. This looks like 77,000 in May. Again, you can go back to a lot of Bitcoin charts too, and a lot of the exchanges don't show the $69,000 target either. So it really depends on the exchange. But they're showing at least a $77,000 in May of 2021, which definitely was about $8,000 more than Bitcoin even touched in 2021. So either way, 100%, defeated Bitcoin's price if you're talking about per coin. Also, there's a very small amount of coins. 30,000 tokens is nothing. That's nothing compared to, of course, Bitcoin's 21 million. Okay, getting back to Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, 94.8, getting back down up to retest 95,000. Guys, are we going to touch our super bull target? This is going to get stupid if we do. Of course, breaking through the unrealistic expectations of 95K into 97,000. It can definitely do it. Of course, can definitely move $10,000 candles in a day. Has done it before. It can do it again. And we're still waiting for a Samson Mouse Omega candle setting us to the moon. And yeah. I mean, going back to Yearn though, just one more thing, quick thing. You know what? $5,000 for Yearn, possibly getting 90,000. You know what?
I'd buy that for $1.
I had to. You know what? If I get some more dry powder, I might buy one just to stay the hell of it. It kind of reminds me of the price action of Quant 2. I mean, Quant's still a great project too, with huge upside potential per token. Okay, getting back into totally different projects, though. Still not the same thing. All right, getting back into the talking heads. The talking heads. What are they talking about now? They're talking. They're still talking. They never stop talking.
Flip side, before I let you go, the inflation expectation numbers though came down. I appreciate they're still elevated, but at least with the 5 to 10 year, that stayed steady. How sticky do you think that inflation worry is?
I think as long as tariff policy remains unresolved, things will still be hairy with inflation expectations. Consumers are attuned and are highly aware of the major developments in tariff policy. They're not necessarily watching day by day, but the April 2nd announcement, the April 9th announcement, those were things that we clearly saw people reacting to in the data.
All right, Joanne, thanks so much. We really appreciate the instant breakdown, that instant analysis on the data. Joanne Shu joining us, University of Michigan Surveys of Consumers Director. All right, taking a look at where we are in the markets. Want to get a reset here and update you on where we're trading. It's been a bit mixed on the day. Lisa Mateo is here with the Bloomberg Business Flash.
Not for Bitcoin, sitting at 94.8. 94.8.
By Commonwealth, supporting more than 2,000 independent financial advisors.
All right. Let them talk about the stonks. Let's take a look and see if anything else is breaking. It's 10 o'clock here currently. And yeah, Bitcoin does not want to slow down. Still trying to break out above 95K. Let's see what else we got here. Polygon, DeFi, sustainable, anything breaking here on Cointelegraph? Not really. Atkins, SEC era sparks massive industry optimism. See crypto execs speak out. Yeah, of course, we're getting a lot of bullish movements for, of course, the new SEC pick. U.S. banks are free to begin supporting Bitcoin, says Michael Saylor. Let's freaking go. This came out an hour ago. Of course, as the banks have gotten the approval from the Fed to be holding your bags, if you want to hold your bags, and of course processing stablecoin payments. Bitcoin adoption may accelerate after the U.S. Federal Reserve eased restrictions on banks engaging in crypto activities, opening the door for institutional participation. That's what I just said. Bitcoin adoption among U.S. Financial institutions could see a major boost after the U.S. Federal Reserve withdrew its guidance discouraging banks from engaging with cryptocurrency. Of course, here we go. We got the withdrawn there, the bill right there. Okay, whatever. Michael Saylor responds to this stating, yeah, banks are now free to begin supporting Bitcoin. The Fed decision is significant development as simply will simplify the path to institutional adoption. According to the Anastasia Plotnikova, co-founder of the CEO blockchain regulatory firm Fidium, the withdrawal of this project guidance ensures the crypto assets will be overseen through standard supervisory processes, she told Cointelegraph, adding, "We still need to have genius and stable bills to be passed to further harmonize the crypto activities among the Fed-supervised firms and other market participants. The combination of legislative effort will be the main driver behind the institutional adoption." Again, very bullish for our entire space. Once all the banks can play in, that's a huge, huge market to facilitate. Okay, let's see. Anything else breaking on any other news sites? I do have to go here in about 15 minutes. So we can see if anything else breaking before I have to go. U.S. Federal Reserve withdraws restrictive crypto guidelines. We are just talking about that. Everyone's covering that in the headline today. That we actually came out and we talked about that last night. But again, I wanted to see what Michael Saylor had to say on it. XRP surges past $2 as charged. Yeah, my God, this hopium on XRP there. That's 21 hours old. I'm sure XRP is doing just fine. Let's see. All in all, AI crypto. All right, nothing really on crypto newsland. What about the traditional markets? CNBC, anything breaking? No. We got Fox News, anything breaking? No. Doge latest, though. We got Doge latest. Let's see what's going on with Doge here. This is probably just an updated article from the one we read earlier in the week. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. Of course, Trump called on Tesla founder Doge Musk to lead Doge efforts, and now he's leaving. I think this, yeah, it's pretty much nothing there. Wow. All right, guys, let's check back on the chat real quick. And yeah, how you guys feeling? It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be an okay day. It's Friday, and I'm still very bullish on. There it is, 95K. There it is, guys. Let's freaking go. Yeah. Okay. Enough celebrating aside. $95,000 Bitcoin. We're still moving. We're still rocketing upward. Are we gonna get bounce? Are we gonna bounce from here? We actually broke right through it. We're not even getting wicked down. We still got some time. This playing into the time I'm supposed to leave. How convenient. Hopefully, it'll be another yellow candle, and we don't have to wait on a wick to the downside. Ooh, look at it's still going. It's still going. 95.4. Did GameStop just buy the dip? Well, it's not the dip anymore. Did they just buy? Yeah, I don't know. All right, we're creating a new candle here on the next 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes left to go. Are we going to wick this one down now? Probably. All right, let's check back in the chat real quick while we're waiting for this new candle to play out. Cool, let's go. Bitcoin. Let's go, Danny. And then Ditto. We got Ditto. Like, is it really like Pokemon Ditto? Where the hell did my Jigglypuff go? I don't know, man. I'm just leaving stuff everywhere. My desk is such a mess, guys. Godzilla just keeps stomping all over it. What a mess. Have you guys, also, by chance, have you guys taken your Bitcoin orange pills today? Come on, guys. Let's go. You need to take some of these. Hopium is here, guys. It's here to save you. With one of these pills a day, it takes the FOMO away, right? The FOMO away. Okay. Hey, Otaku, have you heard of the rumors about Sui and the Pokemon collab? Yes, I have. Ditto. I covered that last night on the live stream, and I mentioned it this morning too on the open. It's still shaking our space. Still a rumor, though, right? Still a rumor, although there are, of course, those big companies in play that are affiliated. I think the future of Pokemon will be on blockchain. It has to be, because we need to get rid of our fake Pokemon, right? I'm so sick of all these fake Pokemon and Pokemon. It's hard to play the game anymore when you constantly keep getting wonder trades with fake shinies and shit. Jesus. So that's my thoughts on it are the connections that like Paul Barron was making last night in my live stream. It was fun. If you want to go back and check that, you can. He was like making the connection to like Parasol Company and the Parasol Trainer. I mean, come on, you can't. It's so silly. Parasol Trainer is just a trainer, just like the camper is a trainer, just like the picnicker is a trainer. It's just a generic name for that particular type of trainer. And yeah, so he's like going through the source code, and he's like, "There's a Parasol Trainer." This is ridiculous. But some of it is not. Again, it's not dumbfounded. It's kind of technical. It's out there. We know the developers are looking at blockchain. Pokemon has been again on my watch list with Reggie Fils-Aimé, the president of the Nintendo. I went into my old journal. I've got an old journal like I've been keeping since 2020 of all the crazy connections in our space with all these other different world. Company leaders and founders and that sort of thing. So I did kind of pull that one out of my butt from back then. 2022, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to spend talking about the rest of Pokemon rumors, but very excited for that if possible. I don't hold any Sui right now, but I did hold a big bag of that at the beginning of the year. Bitcoin's still sitting at 95.3. Wow, it does not want to give up that wick now. 95 is holding on pretty strong for the moment. Again, it's only been 15 minutes. Alrighty, all right. Get back into the chat. What else we got here? Milk Money says, I was checking out Retrocraft yesterday. Oh, yeah, talking about that other project that is going to be, I think already has NFTs on Myria's trading platform, or their gaming platform. So Retrocraft is a Minecraft mod on Myria or associated with Myria. I still don't understand how, because it's not officially the game, it's the mod for the game. But yeah, it is listed again on Myria, and I think it looks like a lot of fun. If you guys are into that sort of thing. All right, guys. So we are getting we got about 12 more minutes. Let's see if anything else is breaking. Anything else breaking the markets? I just think it's going to be a good day. Everything's sold off enough. We're going to have a bit of a pullback later, I'm sure. We're still nowhere near day trading at 12 o'clock. That's going to play out around 12. 1 o'clock usually is where things start to really move, of course, in a big way. If you guys, of course, go back down to look at the volume, you know what I'm talking about, right? We're talking about, of course, the market open, the trading session, and then the close. That's all where the volatility usually is. So that's what we're looking at. Next is around 12, 1 o'clock for some more big moves. But Bitcoin's doing okay. It looks like everyone wants to buy up that wick now at 95K. FOMO is starting to take in. And eventually, there ain't going to be no more Bitcoin to buy. Exchanges only have so much. As Fidelity just warned everyone, there aren't that much Bitcoin left on exchanges. All right. Let's take a look real quick at Bitcoin dominance, too, because Bitcoin dominance has been explosive. Last time we looked at Bitcoin dominance, it was 64.5%. Still looking around the same spot right now. Yeah, 64.5. That's crazy, man. You're crazy.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid, right? Like,
Thank you, Sailor. I just love that quote so much. For those who know, who were there? How many of you guys were here last time in last cycle? And when Michael Cera came out and did those crazy unhinged videos. Oh man, I love it. I miss it. He was so real back then. Of course, he's still real now, but he's wearing a suit now. And he's also the figurehead of Bitcoin, and yeah, he's doing a good job. Okay, so yeah, we still got breaking on Sui. Breaking. Everyone's pretty much still covering the same articles we did from yesterday. So the Sui token surges 62% on the Pokemon rumors. Yeah, it's still the same sort of stuff going on the headlines here. for all of our crypto-related news. USDC on H-bar hits all-time highs. NVIDIA halts Arbitrum deal. ARB reinforces crypto exclusion. Yeah, we covered that last night too. It looks like NVIDIA wants to put a hold on crypto with their crypto-based projects. They want to just focus on AI, and that was the entire spiel from last night. BlackRock's $643 million Bitcoin ETF bet signals institutional confidence in Bitcoin. That's one part of the latest news there. Bybit launches USDC cashback for card holders. Everyone's doing something with these stable coins now. Pi Network whales stack. More Pi Network? Really? Isn't that coin dead yet? Come on, man. Just die already. Jasmy's over 10% now on the day. BSV is almost 30%. Sui's almost 20% on the day. Looking pretty good in our space today. Almost everything is sitting in the green. Let's look at the top 200 real quick, as we haven't done that yet. Pengu! The Pudgy Penguins coming back up to 50%. Jesus. Virtual Protocol up 30%. Popcats up 22%. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy. Turbo's up 11.5%. All right, Baby Doge is coming back from the dead. Are you kidding me? Kill it with fire, I say. All of these meme coins are rallying on the news, and they're coming back. Even Mew. Wow, I thought Mew was dead too. 8% on Mew. Okay. Where the hell is Swiftcoin? Swiftcoin's in the top 300. That's right, top 300 assets. Looking for a Swiftcoin. Not really moving today, man. Not really moving today. I can't even freaking locate it. But of course, we can just go back to the chart real quick and take a look at what Swiftcoin is doing. It's up a fraction of a percent today. Not doing too much. No, it's up 1.8% today. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't find that on the bubbles. Yeah, 1.4%. So we'll probably see a little bit more of a break towards the upside for Swiftcoin. Still lagging a little bit behind XCN, as those two seem to want to move together all the time. The price action is almost on par. So I would not be surprised if we just see a crazy move to the upside, sending us to about 2 cents just to keep up with XCN, because that's what it's done in the past. I don't know if you guys remember back in like February, January this year, when this coin broke out. Let's see, XCN. I was not even really paying attention to this coin very much so until the breakout happened towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, with, of course, Crypto Future and Rob. Rob, of course, teaching me about these coins here, XCM and Swiftcoin. Was not even on my radar until the beginning of this year, or the end of last year, December. Okay, so again, these coins have moved so similarly to each other. Look at this, almost exactly the same. Just a little bit more of a deviation onto Swiftcoin in terms of price, but price action. But yeah, I think both these are going to move together. I've been using them as trading pairs with other coins. I think it worked out great for me in February. And again, I encourage you guys, if you hold these tokens, to be playing out the same thing. Just be safe, be careful, right? Be careful, because these coins may move together, but some of the other ones might move against it as well, and you want to make sure you have a good trading pair. Anyway, so moving on, getting back to Bitcoin, still holding on to 95. No, we just lost it. 94.9. Oh no, the end. It's over, guys. It's over. The end is here. Bitcoin's dead. It's so silly. All right, so here on the daily, still looking good. Of course, on the longer time frames, go back into the shorter time frames, we can finally see a little bit of a pullback, touching down to our 94.8K level. Next stop would be probably a 94.5. Getting back to 94.5 retracement. Still very bullish. Still way above the bull trend line. We can still come back down and retest the 93.5 for this entire thing to still play out to the upside today. I'm not afraid of this. Actually, we zoom out a little bit. Let's see if we can identify any other patterns. It looks like we have a very clear inverted head and shoulders pattern, turning into a cup and handle, which already broke out. And we can still see some more upside. for Bitcoin, although most of it's kind of already played out. This is a short term, again, price action. So if we look back into the 4-hour chart, there's really nothing else local. Of course, we did have this inverted head and shoulder pattern here, which already played out. And I think, again, that already played out pretty much to a T as well. 13%, up 15%, yeah, 13% from that move. I mean, this is textbook. This is absolutely textbook staircase pattern stuff, right? So yeah, we could still see a pullback and consolidate lower. It would be fine. All right, let's check back in the chat real quick, and then I gotta go. Get some errands done. I gotta look at an apartment again today, and go to the post office. I think that's most of the stuff I got going on today. All right, let's see what we got here. Cody Bakula. Yes, of course. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Let's subscribe to all the things. I always forget to show my channel. If you like what you see here today, of course, we got a show every single night as well. Weekdays here at 8 p.m. Where we, of course, do some Crypto Chaos magic on the stream. Okay, so it topped 95.15. That's the thing we're talking about. Yeah, they were talking about the YFI. Heard of the rumors around Sui? Yes, of course, we talked about that with Ditto. Milk Bunny was checking out our Retrocraft. Yes, yesterday. And Jim Derringer says everyone thought XCN was about to pull an XRP or XLM. A Guy says, love the closing credits. Of course, they're coming at you here in a few minutes. I love them too, man. I still can't believe that I got one of our members to sing that song. It's one of my favorite songs from Evangelion. For those who know, right? For those who know. All right. Let's see if we can check back in with the talking heads just briefly before we head out. See if anything else is going.
Now, he is senior global macro strategist at State Street. All right, Marvin, what's it going to take for investors to buy and hold at this point?
You know what? I think we need clarity, and unfortunately, we're in a situation where we're unlikely to get clarity, and any tweak can upset the apple cart again, if you will. What we're seeing is that kind of this real money, the smart money part of the world in the investment community is taking this opportunity to continue to reallocate across some of the broader themes that have come into the market, and an overall kind of trend is like to get neutral. Certainly live to fight another day, but not necessarily turn overly aggressive on the market. But it's hard to be really optimistic given the fact that we still are in this very large information vacuum.
Marvin, we saw a lot of reporting in this first quarter of 2025 about capital leaving the U.S., going to international markets, selling maybe U.S. dollars, selling maybe U.S. treasuries, going to international markets. Did you see that? Because, I mean, you're at State Street.
Oh, we saw that. We definitely saw that.
Is that a trade? Is that a longer-term investment theory?
We did see rebalancing. Certainly, dollar assets and the exposure to the U.S. got to extremes, no matter how you measure it. So there's a certain unwinding, a certain more reallocation to kind of get closer to longer-term benchmarks. One of the interesting things that we observed is that it was the fixed income asset class, treasuries in particular. If we're kind of worried about some of the price action, that saw a little bit more of that reallocation going back to these home markets where the debt markets themselves are looking at increasing their exposure and the amount of debt that might be coming out of those markets. So there are alternatives across a lot of these asset classes. And I think that during this period where we're really thinking about where we want to put our eggs in what basket, we take the approach of which assets are actually going to outperform from a U.S. exceptionalism perspective the way they had in the past.
Cool. I thought the whole U.S. exceptionalism theme had a big question mark next to it.
Yeah, I mean, certainly broadly saying that every asset in the U.S. is going to outperform everything else has been rocked to a certain degree, but you've still got some of the best companies, doing the best technology That will
Yeah. Of course, Tyler bringing in the doom every single day. Let's freaking go. The doom is not over, Tyler. It's not over until I say it's over. God. Oh, man. I missed the XEN Friday pumps from January. Me too, Milk Money. It looks like, of course, the talking heads are pretty much done. They're pretty much done for the day. It looks like Bloomberg is predicting a bit of a stall. Since the stock rally, it's kind of slowing down. We still haven't got the intraday trading yet. We got 2 more hours. Come on, calm down, Bloomberg, calm down. We still got about an hour and a half, 2-3 hours. Things should start moving again in a big way. Bitcoin doesn't care. It's still sitting above 94K. All right, guys. So I'm going to call it. I got to go take care of some things. I hope you guys have a great day. And, stick around for the credits. See what everyone's talking about. I will see you guys later. Peace.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade a monster. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more songs and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Don't forget to stay safe in this dystopian future, guys, and don't forget to touch some grass too, man. Don't forget to touch some freaking grass. This world's chaotic and crazy. You need to enjoy yourself just a little bit. I still might play some Pokemon this weekend. I don't know. I got a lot of shit to do for the house. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Open mic night tonight at Crypto Future, and of course we've got the Crypto Chaos here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you there. All right, peace.